Yo, we back, we live. Oh, it's me, Brown. Hey, Selena. I know y'all can see our backgrounds. You haven't seen us since WandaVision. We're about to do Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 1. Obviously, this is Cinema Rehab presented by Back to the Classics. I am D Brown. That is Selena over there. How you doing, Selena?
I'm good. Sore.
You sore? Not feeling good? Not feeling 100%?
I got my vaccine today.
Shout outs to the Super Soldier serum that you got. Hopefully your powers kick in.
Yeah, no, I took Tylenol the minute I got back in my car just to avoid the soreness, and now the Tylenol is wearing off. So
now
I'm
you
just waiting. I'm waiting to be able to shoot the 5G laser beams like out of my chest or out of my eyes. But do I have to be connected to Wi-Fi for that?
You got to be connected to Wi-Fi to use your powers.
Okay. So it's not just Bluetooth. It has to be Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
Nah, that's not how that works. Nah. Yeah, that's not how that works.
All right, I'll wait for the second dose then.
So I'm just gonna wait to see how you don't turn into a zombie first. And if you do turn into the zombie, just at least wear a Thriller jacket and just be able to dance. That's it. So I can dance with you like, It's just a vaccine. In my jeans.
I'll have to get my red windbreaker on just for that.
Exactly. I'm just saying, if you're gonna go out in style. Don't go out crazy. All right. We're not gonna take too long. We don't need to do a deep dive. So I'm not gonna speak your truths. All I'm gonna tell you is I like this episode. I thought this episode was good groundwork. It sets the stage for what we're gonna get. I enjoyed the character development of this episode. I enjoyed catching up with Sam. I enjoyed catching up with Bucky. It ends kind of spicy, but we'll get there in a minute. I'm not going to do a complete rundown of the episode. I'm just going to give you my quick takes and what I'm expecting out of the series. Selena, how did you like episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? No, it's a no for me.
It's a no for me, dog. I liked it, and then I didn't like it.
I feel you. Do you feel like you had an expectation level going into this, and it just did not meet? Like,
yes.
There you go. I got you.
I had no expectations for WandaVision, but I think because of how it ended, I had high expectations for Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I also feel like I should not have had high expectations because it started off the same post Endgame.
Exactly.
Post Endgame, post Blip. They're just trying to get their lives back on track, but there wasn't that like happy distraction like we had with WandaVision.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying really hard to like it, D. I really am.
It's the real world. It's the real world. Like you get blipped.
Yes.
You come back from a blip. Things ain't supposed to be the same. Your credit ain't shit. You don't got a job. The world ain't the same way. People are looking at you different. Like you weren't even there.
You ain't got shit to do.
You ain't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? People are looking at you different. You stupid for that. You got blipped. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got shit to do. But at the end of the day, I feel like these shows, and this is Marvel's strong point.
Mm-hmm.
They are grounded in reality, like to a point where these characters, they feel real. I don't want to bring up DC. I won't do that. But when I watch a DC property, I feel like some of that reality, some of that groundwork, some of that character development is missing. With at least the Marvel stuff, it's there. And this is their advantage with these shows. You get a chance to truly make a character living. Like, they have thoughts, they have opinions, they change each episode. They change, and then you have to tackle with, did they deliver that character to the best of their ability, and how did we leave this character off, and then we just throw them back into the MCU environment, after we're done experimenting with them, and I feel like this is not going to be an experiment. I feel like they know exactly where they're going with these two characters, and the fact that Sam and Bucky are technically Steve's best friends, it's the perfect show for the both of them. Like, for them to, kind of grip with Steve leaving, which, by the way, they don't really talk about where Steve went. I think that's kind of cool,
That was sad.
It's sad because the show swerves you. Like, when he's ironing his clothes, I'm thinking he's going to a funeral. I'm like, okay, Steve Rogers is like, he died after that or something, But no, Sam did something a little bit more retarded. He had the nerve to give up the shield. And I have an issue with it, but I'm okay with it, because have you ever been given something that had such a prestigious honor and you feel like you couldn't live up to what was given to you? Like, somebody told you, yo, this is yours now. Continue where I left off. Like, you're telling me to be Captain. Yeah, I can't be Captain America. You Captain America.
I mean, no, I've never been given anything so
you haven't been given a vibranium shield before? Just say, yo, go be a superhero, Selena. Go fuck people up. I don't know how to swing this. Yo, I felt him. I felt that. Like, I was like
the closest to that I can relate to is very recently.
Yeah.
my last day in El Paso, one of my great tias, she was like, here, pa tu viaje, like, here, this is for your trip.
Yeah.
She slid me. She slickly slid me a $20 bill, and I was like, "No, tia, like, I can't. No, I can't.
This is too much. This is too much."
See,
I'm gonna give this to the Smithsonian. This belongs to the museum. Like, what? Let's take the fucking $20.
Para tu viaje, like, if you want to get something to eat, something to drink, and I was like, no. I still have the $20 because I feel terrible spending it.
Look, I'll put it to you like this. Have you ever been, well, I wouldn't even say that. It's just the fact of being put into a position that you feel like you're not ready for. That is a lot of responsibility to take on. So I understood where Sam was coming from, and he made some really valid points before he did ultimately what he decided to do. Before I get there, though, I'm not going to do a full rundown once again. I love the 10 minutes, the opening 10 minutes. I felt like I was at the movie theater. Let's just get that out the way. That was fire. Like, I'm talking about that whole action scene. Fire. Movie quality. Fire. Sam Wilson is a beast, as always. He knows what he's doing with them wings. Him and Red Wing. They killed at least 10 dudes. I'm down. Let's go. I'm all for it. He was even having malfunctioning, like, errors in the sky, and he was still handling business. I love the fact that they brought your boy Batroc back in there, the Leaper. You got George St. Pierre. He came back to reprise his role for Winter Soldier. That's another thing that I like about this show. It feels like I'm watching something that has happened in a Winter Soldier environment. Like, the action feels fast. It feels loose. It feels good. I love that. I love that. So making it feel like a Marvel property, you have to have Marvel-esque action scenes. And they have no issues doing that, as we just seen in the WandaVision finale. They got that on lock. They know what they're doing when it comes to that. When they need them to do comic book shit, they do comic book violent shit. And I love that. So shout outs to the people for the first 10 minutes of Falcon and Winter Soldier. But this episode after that slows down. It slows down. It comes down to a screaming halt because they have to build the characters. And I understand that. I get it. I'm not going to be the one that gets mad because the character development has to be given to us. They just need to catch us up into this. We're not in a blip no more world, and we're dealing with the ramifications of Endgame. And I'm starting to believe superheroes, they don't get the respect that they deserve, especially the Avengers.
They really, really don't.
Yeah.
Like, you have all these other superheroes that are getting all this praise for doing literally nothing.
Yeah. Well, Spider-Man somewhat was popular where they
I
were
was
looking to
talking about
him.
him.
Yeah, I'm only talking about after the Endgame shit. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. Like Spider-Man had he had the suit. They were like, so
Yeah.
yo, what's up? What's good? What's next, Spider-Man? Are you like the next Tony Stark? He's like, I just want to go on vacation with the homies. That's it. Why y'all asking me all this shit? With Sam,
Yeah, no, I mean with Sam, it was like he went back and he did the right thing. He's trying to help out the family business, trying to really help his sister. His nephews were like this big when he left and then
yeah,
got blipped, and then boom, they're huge now.
yeah,
One thing I really want to touch on though is how much I respect that Bucky is going to get help.
I love that. I love that. I
He,
love that.
he knows he needs help.
Yeah.
He's seeking the help with his therapist. He's going through
Mm-hmm.
the steps that she's telling him to do. She's going over them again. Okay, well, you did this. Was it to do
Mm-hmm.
step one? Okay. And then did you do step two? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do step three? Okay. The reason why I want to touch on that is because, okay, obviously this is like a fictional story.
Right.
Heroes don't actually exist. Bucky Barnes is a fictional character.
Right.
But there are people in real life
Yeah.
who need the help. They
They
need
need it.
they need help for their mental health,
Mm-hmm.
physical health, what have you. And I love that they made Bucky so relatable.
Yeah. Because
So
he's not the Winter Soldier anymore like we remember him. After he left Wakanda, Shuri, brought him back to a place of kind of like a peaceful center where he's not brainwashed. He doesn't have that. You can't do that shit that you've been doing to him all these years. And we have to acknowledge Bucky's old. Bucky has lived a long time, but every time you've done this to Bucky, you froze him and reanimated him and put him back into the world, it was for negative purposes. It was for him to either kill people or work for Hydra, literally work for Hydra. So it's kind of crazy to just insert a Bucky back into the world now and okay, deal with it, figure it out. Like, all right, how am I supposed to figure this out? I'm still remembering everybody that I hurt. I still remember people that I've killed. They did a flashback of, huh?
he even has a list of people that he hurt in his little booklet.
I like the booklet.
And like he's trying to like make amends with each and every one of these people. Yeah. He's like crossing them off as he goes. Mm-hmm. And again, goes to show that like mental health is a very, very important deal.
His booklet reminded me of Steve. You remember when Steve got reinserted into the world and yep. Steve is just like, okay, gotta listen to DMX. I gotta get a Brazzers account. Okay, what else I gotta do? Okay, gotcha. Go to
calling him about whatever, like I think
eat Chick-fil-A. I bet I got you, Salem. I love the fact that that's what he did. Oh, watch all of Star Wars. Okay, I got you. Oh, but don't watch Last Jedi. All right, I'm gonna take that one off the list. Like same way with Bucky. Bucky has his list and he's going through his situation. I thought it was very clever to show Winter Soldier in full Winter Soldier mode. Like, I used to be out here murking cats. Don't play with me. Obviously, a person that he killed is later revealed to be the son of somebody that he's been befriending. And I was wondering where they were going with that story. And just the fact that Bucky has been trying to make amends. But I feel like eventually in a future episode, you got to tell this man what you did. You know, the same way, obviously you made amends with Tony Stark. Not really, but sort of, kind of, but not really, but not really. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get a chance to tell him, like, when I did that, I was brainwashed. I wasn't even myself, and I regret it. Like, even when Tony Stark was even fighting him in Civil War, he said, do you even remember them? He said, yo, I remember everybody that I killed. Like, I remember it. Like, trust me, it hurts me more than it's hurting you.
But with that one, in the end, it was Steve fighting Tony.
I know, but Bucky's character is just so like I feel like the Bucky that you're seeing in Civil War knows that I just need to stay away from people. Just leave me alone. I want to be left alone. I know I can't be fucked with or can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? And the worst outcome happened to him. He got brainwashed again, you know?
With you saying that, it makes me wonder if in a future episode, if Tony is somewhere in that booklet of his.
No, Tony in the
Obviously
booklet.
not, because
no. I saw some of the names though. Some of those names were crazy.
May he rest in peace. But maybe he goes to Pepper or to Morgan.
Right. Yeah. But you know what? I honestly think that they came to peace with it. This is their way of not addressing it, and they probably won't address it. Just the fact that Tony gave Cap back the shield in Endgame is kind of a way of saying, I have put that to bed. Like, he was brainwashed. It's whatever. We putting that to the side. The fact that Bucky got a chance to even go to the funeral, you know what I'm saying, at least lets you know that we accept Bucky as part of the Avengers. Bucky is an Avenger in his own right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. There's so much redemption for this character. There's a lot of redemption, you know. Bucky's been ignoring Sam's calls. I don't like that. Sam's been trying to hit Bucky up. Even though they're homies, they're like the kind of homies that talk shit to each other. They're not like homies. Yeah.
You fucking ignore my calls.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, can you move your seat up? No. I don't fucking move my seat up. Like, I like that. He said, I hate you so much. Like that. I'm hoping that relationship that they had in Civil War just basically becomes this series. Like, just that back and forth that I like with Sebastian Stan and your boy Sam Wilson, aka Anthony Mackie, aka Papa Doc. I love the fact that Rhodey showed up. You know, I love that.
Yes.
I love that Rhodey is his kind of like, yo, Sam, I got to ask you, man, what's up with that? He's basically saying what we're thinking. You can be Captain America right now. What's going on? He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm ready to do all of that. And honestly, that's admirable of him. But his reasoning is more of I don't feel like I can live up to the mantle. So he puts it in the museum along with all the other stories of Captain America, the suits, the everything, you know. So I understand why Sam chose the path that he chose. It's just, it kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how would you know that you can't be the next Captain America if you don't become the next Captain America? How do you know?
Never know until you try.
And I think we've all been in that position where we just doubt ourselves. So that was a lesson that I learned from just this episode. Once again, this is not like, this episode wasn't like the fucking greatest like opening episode. And me and Dave, we talked about this on the page. Shout out to my boy Dave. Like Dave, he was very vocal about it in the spoiler chat. He said, look, I felt like this episode could have did more. The same way your feelings. You said this episode, I expected more from this episode. I was satisfied with this episode in terms of just get back to these characters.
And I kind of want to rephrase a little bit. Okay, so yes, I expected more from the episode, but at the same time, like the more I think about it, the more I was assuming this is going to be like a movie.
Right. It felt like a movie though. It did feel like a movie.
Right. But like, or not even a movie, but just like something where like they air all the episodes at once and you can just binge the whole season.
Right. I know. I know what you mean.
So I was like waiting to be able to watch the next episode, and I'm like, oh, can't do that. Gotta wait.
Well, we got some things to look forward to. We got
a lot to look forward to.
We got a lot to look forward to. There's a couple things that stick out to me, and then I'll get to the end. What do they call them? Are they the Flag Smashers? That's like the gang, the super little. Yeah, it's a corny ass name, but yo, for something so corny, I give Marvel their props. They're taking from Captain America comic books at least. Like they're not just making this crap up. You had a Captain America villain in the beginning. Sam is fighting that villain. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. You introduce the Flag Smashers who are in the comic books. You have Torres, the guy that Torres is a little suspect to me, just a little bit. He was too. Hey, you speak Arabic? He was asking too many questions. He had his camera out. I'm like, bro, you asking way too many questions. You try to mess with Red Wing. Like, stop. You're doing too much. Like, you're a new character. Like, cut it out. That mission they sent Sam on was a little too suspect. They sent him in with no information, no intel. I feel like they're trying to set up Sam to take a fall. Like they kind of want to get Sam out the way. So him giving out the shield, he actually helped the government by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the government end up doing the fucking unthinkable. I'm talking about it hasn't even been a full day. And it was like, the shield. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you're the new Captain America. What? What we doing? That's what we doing? We just giving the shield away in the first episode?
And then they give it to the guy from Up.
Don't do the homie John Walker like that. John Walker's mask don't fit right. I think that's what's going. He got a weird chin or weird face or so. I don't know what's going on with that shit.
With the old man from Up, I'm telling you.
Oh man, but when you get to see Chris Evans and then you get to see this dude, I don't even know this dude's real name, yo. I don't even care to look it up right now. But all I know is
put it in a little bit of perspective. Chris Evans, a god. Like
Chris Evans could do no wrong. Chris Evans could go be Human Torch again, and I'll still love him at this point.
And then when I was at Disneyland a couple years ago, like from like my grand finale for my 30th birthday, I stood in line for like an hour to meet the character Captain America. I knew it wasn't going to be Chris Evans. Yeah. I knew that. We all knew that. Kids might have not known that, but I knew that. And I still waited in line to have a picture with Captain America, knowing it's not Chris Evans. And but when I got up to him, I was like, "Hi."
Oh, you hit him with a Nakia. Hi. Did you freeze? He froze.
I was starstruck over a fake Captain America, and then like. So what are we here for? And I was like,
I really, this is not, I promise you, I'm not getting paid by Sony PlayStation. You remind me of, because I'm playing the Marvel Avengers game, you remind me of the Kamala Khan. She meets like Captain America in the game. I'll even send you the clip of it on YouTube. She meets him and she's just starstruck. She's like, oh my God, Captain. She's literally a kid in the candy store because she's meeting all of these people. And then she becomes an Avenger herself. But the fact her interaction with Captain America is literally your interaction. Because they had like an Avengers event. It was called Avengers Day or something like that. So I'm going to show that to you. You're going to be like, yep, that was me. That was definitely me.
Oh, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, like, what am I thinking? Like, may I take your arm? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
And then he asked if he can give me a hug because it's my birthday, and I was like, and I'm like, obviously not Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And so I got starstruck a little bit, and then I see this fucking fool, and I'm like,
look, man, he's propaganda, and I'm gonna call it exactly what it is. Dave was like, yo, we could have got a little bit more into Walker and his background. I said, nope, I'm good. That is the fuck you to the audience that's needed because we are watching a weekly series. We needed it to end on that note. And you just made this Wish.com motherfucker, Captain America, Sam's face, that instant regret on his face was us. It was us. We were like, oh my God, what? No. What are we doing? No, this is not cool. Not cool. We're not disrespecting Steve Rogers right now. We full disrespect. I'm like, bro, no, the Disney. What are we doing? But we're good. I brought it back. My emotions. Sam, I'm disappointed with Sam. I'm disappointed with Sam Wilson. Like this, he did
the disappointed in himself.
Yeah. So I look at it like this. The government wants their own Captain America in there. Now that Captain America's gone, Steve, we don't know where Steve's at. Some people think Steve is on the moon. Steve, Steve probably went back in time knowing Steve. I don't know where the fuck Steve's at. Steve's probably still kicking it with Peggy somewhere.
He's living his best life with Peggy as an old couple.
But I'm so curious. I want to know where old Steve Rogers is at. Like, I really want to know because he's not dead. He's not dead. So
made it seem that way, though.
Yeah.
It really made it seem that way, which is why it made me so sad.
It felt like a character died. It did. It felt like he died, but it just was him saying, I don't want to be Captain America no more. I'm not Captain America no more. You're Captain America. And obviously, as you can see, Sam does become Captain America in the comics, just to let y'all know. Torres, the person I told you about, who gets his ass beat. When I talk about they kicked Torres' ass in this, Torres got his ass beat. They almost kicked his eye out the socket. These people... Yeah, his orbital bone is fractured. But the fact that these people that they're going to be fighting, they're not regulars. They got superpowers, which they already alluded to in the previews. It raises a question. Are they super soldiers? What are they? I need to know. So we had other super soldiers already in Civil War, but Zemo killed them before they showed up. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Zemo is also in this series, and he got the mask and everything. I'm waiting for that. So before people get upset about episode 1 that it did not deliver, they have to understand what they're about to get. You guys are about to get Zemo. You're about to get super soldiers. You're about to get stuff, So everybody just chill. Everybody breathe, relax. Don't do anything crazy. Don't worry. Wish.com is not going to be Captain America that long, but he's Captain America right now. All right. He's Captain America right now. Walker's Captain America. Once you say it a couple of times, you're okay with it. Walker's Captain America right now. Okay. And he's only going to be Captain America just for a short little period of time before Sam realizes I can be Falcon Captain America at the same time. That's it. That's where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to end it there. That's it. I'm done. There's some nice comic book teases. As you guys know, I'm not a heavy comic book nerd, but I am a comic book nerd to a certain extent. So I know Torres is the Falcon in the comic books. I know that. I know that they alluded to the power broker, who may be the person that's given the Flag Smashers their powers. I do know that. And I do know that Walker's storyline is very interesting. As he becomes the Captain America, he does have a very colorful run as the Captain America before he becomes U.S. agent. That's all comic book stuff. That don't matter here because this is a TV show. They're making this for a general audience. So I have no speculations. I just want to see where all of this is going. For the first episode, reintroducing Sam, denying him for a bank loan was a dick move. I'm not even going to say anything.
I just had the nerve to ask him, can I take a selfie with you?
Yo, he said, dude, are you serious right now?
Like, take a selfie with you if you approve me for my loan.
I did not like that at all. I said, we are not denying.
And then his sister starts laughing.
Yo, the sister's mad funny. The sister's she's such a smart ass and such a realist that I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love that. The episode was cool. It was cool. I want to end it with so everyone's mad at Tony Stark because they feel like Tony Stark should have been paying the Avengers for some unknown reason. Like,
okay, well, had he been paying them, he wouldn't have had money for their uniforms.
I feel like people forget that. Like Age of Ultron, he said it best. He even, I remember it was Maria Hill said, yo, whatever, boss. And he's like, no, he's the boss. I'm just paying for everything. I'm paying for the suits. I'm paying for everything. I'm just here to make y'all look cool. He gave you a whole mansion upstate. All right, Thanos blew it up. All right, cool. We were cool with that. But y'all were living in a mansion for free. For free. He had you operating out of a base. He ain't asked for rent. He ain't asked for utilities. He ain't tell you to pay the water bill or the sewage. You want to give Tony Stark some damn respect. You hear me, guys?
Put respect on his name.
I seen some crazy shit on Screen Rant and comicbook.com, even in our movie group. All of y'all should be ashamed of yourselves to come at Tony Stark and then compare them to Batman. How dare you, motherfuckers?
Don't you ever.
How dare you?
Don't you ever.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Ashamed. Tony Stark gave his life for the universe.
Literally gave his life.
Saved the planet.
Would have done that? No.
He brought people back that was missing, and he restored the balance of the planet. He killed Thanos. Y'all will put respect on this man's name. Now, if Sam is broke, Sam needs to go get a damn job. And that is it.
What?
Sam said he does like government contracts. The Air Force hired him for that last one, but the guy was telling him that, 5 years of the
jobs require a resume with like the last 10 years of whatever you've been doing. Half of that.
Hold on. In his defense, he was blipped. He was blipped. That don't count. None of that shit counts. But I felt like just to be a superhero, you should get like superhero credit. Like you should get stuff. I don't think the government likes the Avengers, to be honest with you.
Of course they don't.
Yeah, especially the ones that didn't sign the Sokovia Accords, like Sam.
Exactly. Don't you remember any of the movies? No, the government does not like the Avengers.
Last time I checked, didn't Captain America break y'all out of prison? Last time I checked, out of an underwater base prison by General Ross, he broke y'all out of that. You are a fugitive, sir. You've been pardoned, yes, but at the end of the day, you don't get a stimmy. You don't get a stimmy. That's not how you don't get stimmies. You don't get stuff. You're just pardoned, bro. That's it. In fact, I'm actually asking questions about how Bucky affords an apartment where he's at, because it looks expensive. You look like you live in the middle of a city somewhere, and that looks like at least $2,000 worth of rent. And nigga, you ain't got no job. I know you ain't got no job. How are you affording these drinks and this food at the bar?
Oh my God, stop. It's fictional. Yeah.
I know. I don't put too much into that. I know there's a Bucky fund somewhere though. I know he got like passports and Hydra money. Bucky has Hydra money that he's not telling nobody.
Maybe that's why he kept calling Sam.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can you get a loan?
Yo, honestly, Bucky probably is gonna give him some money. He said, "Look, we got your dad's boat. We got that. Just chill, man. We got that. Just tell me why you gave up the shield, motherfucker. Just tell me that. I'll leave you alone for a couple of months, and this is what you do. This is what you do."
I feel like this would be like an Oprah interview. So you gave up
the shield. Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Don't Bubba Shrimp, my boy. Don't Bubba Shrimp, my boy.
I mean,
don't do that.
I'm not hating on it because it works.
it's like he wants to honor his dad. I get that, man. You want to save the family business, man, but at the end of the day, you can't have it both ways. You can't go out there, fight crime, and then come back and then think everything was cool while you were gone. And I can tell the sister resents him a little bit for that. Just like, it's not your fault that you were blipped. But guess what? When you blipped, I had to take care of this.
No, that's not his fault, but it's his fault.
Sort of, kind of.
Decided to go into all of that. So... But I mean, even I feel like at the end of the day, even if he never decided to go into the Avengers and help them and everything, I feel like he still would have been blipped. So would she still be mad at him?
That's true. And Captain America, technically, Steve Rogers gave him a purpose again. He wasn't even a full Falcon until he started kicking it with Steve Rogers, So technically, yeah. But I love the fact that there are regular people inside of the Avengers. You got your Black Widows, you got Bucky's, Bucky technically is a super soldier in his own right, but you got people like Sam who has no powers whatsoever, but he be holding it down for you. Like, he's the ultimate homie. Like, he's like, yo, Cap, whatever you tell me to do, I got you. Just tell me what we doing. So to get this character development for Sam, and to see and it's not about race, just to see a Black African-American in a lead, like, I think that's fire, yo. And I think just the way that Anthony Mackie plays Falcon is awesome. Because I've seen Anthony Mackie in so many things. Ultra Carbon season 2. I've seen him play so many different roles, and just he gives a respect to the character. He gives a respect to it. He brings a nice gravitas to the Sam Wilson character. So I'm anxious to see what they do with the episode 2. Now, if episode 2 does not deliver on telling me what's going on with Walker, a little bit more action will be nice. And if Sam and Bucky don't meet up, because they did not meet up in this episode, I might have a problem with this episode. I might have a problem with episode 2.
Oh yeah, if they don't meet up in this next episode, it's not that I might have a problem. I will have a problem.
I will be like, don't even call this shit Falcon and Winter Soldier no more. Don't even call that shit that. I'm just gonna call that Steve's homies. Like, Steve's homies.
How long do I have to wait for them to have that argument about like
the big three?
And
yeah. He said the big three. He said that's not a thing. He said that's totally a thing. What are you talking about? That's all we fight.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a sorcerer. A sorcerer is a wizard without a hat.
So right now we know for a fact that it ain't wizards, it ain't aliens, and it ain't no robots or anything crazy like that. We just fighting regular possible super soldiers. That's it. That's all we fighting here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm most anxious for, is to see like who's the next villain.
Yeah. Well, once I saw Zemo, I'm cool with Zemo, but I got a feeling Zemo's not the villain.
Exactly.
I feel like there's going to be multiple villains in this, and I feel like they always do that when it comes to Captain America. They just shoehorn all his villains. Like, I'm not a big fan of what they did with Crossbones, but the fact that you got a Crossbones, that's cool, because he had identity in Winter Soldier. You had Rumlow, and then Rumlow just was a Crossbones in the beginning of the Civil War. You were like, oh, you got a costume? You got everything before, he got yeeted and the Sokovia Accords fucked everything up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was a whole Captain America villain. He just blew up in 10 minutes. He didn't get a chance to really get any development, but he got development in the other one. He was a bad guy. With Batroc don't really have lines, but he's propaganda. He's used for whatever. I thought it was interesting that they used him, and we'll shut this down because remember, Nick Fury used him to hijack the ship as a way to flush out Hydra. So they used him again. I feel like the government uses Batroc to like do their bidding, I guess. I don't know. These are just dumbass theories. I'm gonna shut up. I would just shut the hell up. I'm gonna shut up. As you can see, my sinuses are fucking with me. I need my super soldier serum vaccine. I need all of that. All right, Selena, where can they find you at?
Oh, Twitter.
The Twitter.
At Mex Egyptian.
Definitely. I'm only going to give you guys one place y'all can find me. It's going to be definitely Instagram, BKLV Negrito, because I created like this beautiful little thing. It's called Linktree. It links you literally to everywhere I'm at. You guys can stalk my whole life and you will realize I'm very boring. So there you go.
Are you though?
I'm a little boring. I'm boring. As I sip my twisted tea. We need to get paid for that, by the way. I drink a lot of twisted tea on these shows, and where's the check?
Yeah, and I drink a lot of seltzers on the show.
I hope y'all, exactly, you get your seltzer on. I drink a lot of, what I'm saying? We need checks. It's time now. I hope y'all see this. Whoever's watching this, just make sure they show that we're plugging their products and we need our checks. You know what I'm saying? All right. Y'all guys, peace out. We'll see y'all guys for episode 2. And then also look out for us for more Cinema Rehab episodes. We have a classic versus remix coming up. Well, obviously, when you see it, you'll see it. If you know, you know. And then we got some other stuff coming up. So just stay tuned for what we got coming up.
Please, like, love, ha it.
Yeah, watch us and love us. We just want to be loved. Just love us. You guys be cool. You guys be straight. You guys be safe out there. Go get your vaccine. If not, don't get your vaccine. Just stay safe. Wear your
Yes.
mask. Be clean. Wash your hands. I see a lot of sanitizers back on the market.
Minimum hand sanitizer, hand wipes, whatever. Just be safe.
Definitely. Definitely. Exactly. You guys be cool. We'll see y'all in the next one.